G'day. I want to talk to you today about the 4 learner states through which you can create continuous learner engagement in any workshop, training session, coaching session. Now, those states are curiosity, study, application, and reflection. But rather than just talk about them in some dry environment, I'm going to take you on a tour of my neighbourhood. I'm going to find locations that I feel embody each state and talk to you about that state while I'm there. I hope that's got you curious. The first learner state. Let's go. I'm in the children's garden here at our local botanical gardens, and I remember bringing my grandson here for the first time. He's about 3.5, and he was just in awe, in wonder. He kept going, "Pop, what's that? What's that?" And of course, that's exactly what I'm going for every time I take a workshop group or someone I'm coaching into the state of curiosity. I want them to be going, "Oh, what am I about to learn? Give me that information you're withholding from me." And there are so many ways to create the learner state of curiosity, but for me it's essential to create it before I explain or instruct anything. And it's usually something I don't keep a learner in for any length of time. It's usually get in, get out. That's the thing about, exciting feelings, isn't it? You don't want to stay too excited for too long. You want the in this case, curiosity to pay off. And that's the point. As soon as you feel you've got them wanting to know more, get them to know more. And that's all about the next state, the learner state of study. I'm in my local library, which is where I come to work, to read, to, in reality, study. And that's exactly why I've brought you here, to talk to you about the learner state of study, which is very much like being in a library. What you're asking the group to do is not so much interact with other humans, with other group members, or with you as the trainer, but with information. The idea of interacting with information, ideas, is very different than interacting with people. And that's the essence of the learner state of study. To support it in a workshop, I might, for example, step to the side, let the group read the slide or the workbook page in front of them and become almost a voiceover. And you can hear I'm trying to put what I do with my voice into my voice right now to support the learner state of study. It's a quiet, reflective tone. It's a little bit breathy. Anything to dial my charisma or personality back so that information can truly shine. Now, after the group has studied something, they then need to be taken to the next learner state, which is in many respects the opposite: application. Now, I apologise for my background, but I've chosen to stay quietly out of the way whilst inside my local theatre, the theatre company that I'm associated with, are preparing to do a dress rehearsal for tomorrow night's opening performance of Legally Blonde. And that's exactly what the learner state of application needs to feel like in a coaching session or a workshop, a dress rehearsal for the real world of work. And I find that means it's got to be active, it's got to be challenging. If I can, I'll put in a bit of real work challenge and pressure into the case study or scenario or role play or whatever it is that I'm doing to encourage learners to apply new skills and knowledge. It's got to feel truly challenging, a little bit messy, just like the real world of work. But once the learners have had a go, had a crack, had a practice at whatever we need them to be doing back at work after training, and the real world of work needs to be looked at a different way. Next, it needs to be reflected upon. So I'm just at the back of my property. My property is literally 300 metres in that direction. And I walk my dog along this beautiful stretch of path and bushland almost every morning. And she gets so excited because for her it's all about the future smells she's about to encounter. And for me it's a bit of exercise, and you never know what's around that corner, even though I've been down it more than once. That's very much what the learner state of reflection is all about. I mean, you know, in a workshop or a coaching session, say you've just given the group something new to think about, a new model, a new idea, a concept, and you've just got them to practice it. Well, now they have to think about what to do with that opportunity back at work, and that involves change, and change can be a little bit scary, and therefore the learner state of reflection is all about making sure things don't feel scary. It's about emotional safety, psychological safety, creating a nice reflective bubble within which they can ponder the opportunity that is now being presented towards them. I think that's very much like being in an environment like this, and creating that with my tone of voice, with the discussions that I run, the planning activities or pairs discussions that I offer to the group or the person I'm coaching. It's all about opening up their mind to the possibilities whilst asking them to think about the potential blockers. But either way, it's a very intellectually stimulating, safe way of looking at what next. Okay, so there you are, the 4 learner states: curiosity, study, application and reflection, and they work exceptionally well in that flow. You can vary them up though and go back one or forward one as you like, but the point is, if you regularly move the learner from one learner state to another, you create continuous learner engagement, and more on that in future videos. Cheers.